Norris made a fool of himself in Piastri collision. Lando Norris said he made a fool of himself in colliding with McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri in the Canadian Grand Prix. The 25-year-old Briton ran into the back of Piastri as they battled in the closing stages of the race, and Norris's mistake has left him 22 points behind the Australian in their fight for the championship. Norris, with use of the DRS overtaking aid giving him a straight-line speed advantage, clipped the back of Piastri's car as he tried to grab the inside line into turn 1. But Piastri had not left the space for the move to come off. Norris's front wing and right front wheel hit the back of the rival McLaren and broke his suspension. Piastri was able to continue without damage. Norris said, "I didn't expect to pass Oscar on the outside into turn 1. It's just, I should never have gone for it. I guess is my complete hindsight thing. I thought he was starting to drift a little bit to the right, so I thought I had a small opportunity to go to the left. But it was way too much risk, especially on my teammate. So happy nothing happened to him. I paid the price for my mistake." The incident followed more than a kilometre of close racing between the teammates, which McLaren have pledged to allow to continue this season. Norris had dived for the inside at the hairpin and briefly grabbed the position as both were challenging Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli for the final podium position behind winner George Russell's Mercedes and Max Verstappen's Red Bull. Piastri cut back on the exit and they ran side by side down the long back straight, with the Australian on the inside. Norris braked earlier on the outside for the final chicane to give himself a cleaner run through the corner and faster exit onto the pit straight. It was terrific, clean, respectful racing of the kind McLaren have been demanding from their drivers this season. Until it went wrong. Norris said, "Our rule number 1 is to not make contact with your teammate, and it's what I did. McLaren is my family. I race for them, every single weekend. I try and do well for them more than I often try and do well for myself. So when I let them down like this, and when I make a fool of myself in a moment like today, yeah, I have a lot of regret. I've let down the team, so that's going to stay with me for a little while. But at the same time, part of moving on is trying to put it behind you and crack on with the next weekend." So Norris had no realistic option but to accept fault, but that does not always make a difference with racing drivers, and his decision to do so immediately diffused any tension there might have been as a result of the incident. Piastri said, "Lando is a very good guy, and it's in his character and in his personality to say exactly what he thinks. And if that's detrimental to himself, or if it's about himself, then it doesn't matter for him. And